Good morning and welcome to the Voyage of the Naughty Knots. It's Christmas Eve. Yeah, for weeks I've been stuck in the TikTok doldrums of 1,133 followers, and then today I've got 1,132. I'm going backwards, but I wanted to show you my pride and joy. My pride and joy. Here it is. There. This is the back of my business card. My uncle gave me this. He said, if you use this card, people will never let it go. They'll keep it forever. When I used to teach a class on insight meditation years ago, I would always begin the new class with pride and joy. And I would say to the class, oh, before we start, would you like to see my pride and joy? And they kind of like smile and nod. What's he going to show me? His dog or baby? His kid, his ugly kid. I got to look at an ugly kid. Or maybe it'll be his pickup truck. Whatever. Okay, yeah. They'd smile. Yeah, show me. And then I would pull this out and I'd show them that. And there would be a moment of suspended consciousness there. And then they would roar with laughter. And I would use that to demonstrate what Zen is about, what a Zen koan is about, what irony is about, what Laurel and Hardy is about. The roar of laughter when you see the irony in a situation. So let's take this. Let's pull this cotton ball apart here. This naughty knot. Let's pull this naughty knot apart, because it works as a formula. Whenever I meet somebody new and I say, "Oh, would you like to see my pride and joy?" and they say, "Sure," and I give them this, and they roar with laughter. And now we're fast buddies. We're fast friends forever. Forever, you see. And they will always remember that pride and joy. So what's happening? What's happening here? This is very interesting. You have to be interested and curious about the operating system of consciousness. How does your consciousness, work? You can't find out by looking at Google or letting an AI tell you. You have to discover it in your own mind. You have to come upon it. And it's helpful to have a guide, and I hope that's what the function I perform is, a guide towards looking at your world in a new and unexpected way. So when you say, want to see my pride and joy, there's an expectation there. Everybody knows, my pride and joy. Everybody, it's a value that this person has. But then when you hold up the card, there's a shock. There's a big bang. There's a bang in the mind where the mind recalculates from ambiguity to fact. Oh, he was talking about a real bottle of pride and joy, not about his kid, his baby, or his rifle, or whatever his pride and joy is. You see. So there is in irony, and this is why Zen koans, people don't understand Zen koans, is because when there is an ambiguity, it's like a lightning flash that burns all the oxygen out of the atmosphere. So that when the lightning flashes, it burns a chasm in the atmosphere, and air comes rushing in, and we call that thunder. So this is like a lightning strike in the atmosphere of your mind. There's an expectation, and there is he's going to show me his pride and joy, which is his value. May not be my pride and joy. I've got my own pride and joy, you see. So it's a subjective value that it's going to require me to respond with a fake smile. It's polite. It's going to require me to be polite and correct by, oh, that's very nice. That's a beautiful baby. That's a beautiful truck. You all really like that. You should be proud. So that's the expectation. It's an expectational field, you see. An expectational field of reality. But when the lightning bolt hits, boom, suddenly the expectation is burn out. And what comes rushing back in, but the fact. The pride and joy was not an expectation. It was a fact. The pride and joy is a fact. The fact is a fact. So the mind sees the collapses, a field collapses of expectation, of expectational reality, and the thunder of laughter comes roaring in. This is why laughter heals. Not ha-ha laughter, but belly laughter. It's been proven by science. Laughter heals. This is a story of a man who was given 3 months to live, and so he got 3 months worth of comedy video movies and just watched comedy and laughter for 3 months, and he was healed. And we all are, the doctors that dress up as clowns to make the kids laugh. There's no mystery here. Laughter heals. So laughter, so in other words, what this card does is that it splits the one. It splits the expectation from the fact. And they are ambiguous. The pride and joy is the pride and joy of his beautiful child. The pride and joy is the bottle of pride and joy. Which is the real pride? See, there's an ambiguity here. The pride. What is the pride? The pride and joy is the one that is two. The pride and joy is the pride and joy of the mind. The pride and joy is the pride and joy of the bottle of dish detergent. But you see, so the pride and joy is one, but it's split into two pride and joys, and it's ambiguous. So in that moment, you see, an ambiguity is created, which is like that lightning strike that burns a hole through consciousness, and laughter comes roaring in to heal the ambiguity. Ambiguity cannot be sustained, because reality cannot be two. It has to be one. There must be one. That's the law of the cosmos. There's not two suns, there's one. There's not two you, unless you're in a movie or a clone. A lot of movies about that, but there's only one. Let there be one is in the Bible. Let there be one. So this thing evokes the commandment, let there be one. And what is the one when there's two? It's laughter. The laughter restores the wound because laughter is one. Laughter can't be divided into two laughs, ha ha, hee hee. Laughter is the roar of the one. We are, and when we laugh together, we're all one in that laughter. That's why comedians are so popular, because they create the one out of the ambiguity of the audience, and they're all one in the laughter. They're one in the laughter. Laughter restores the wound, heals the wound of ambiguity, or the split in knowing, which is what is the real pride and joy, this or that. Thanks for dropping in, and maybe I'll have some more naughty knots today. Follow, see if you can get me out of the doldrums.